Hello, I am Professor Marie-Élise Truchetet. I work in Bordeaux in the rheumatology department, and I am affiliated to the Center of Reference RISO for southwest and east of France for systemic autoimmune diseases, and especially for myself for systemic sclerosis. And today I will speak to you about all you need to know about hand disorders in systemic sclerosis patients. So scleroderma hand is very often affected in patients, and it's even frequent in the beginning of the disease. There are a lot of manifestations such as calcinosis, such as rub involvement, vasculopathy, and joint involvement. And if you ask to a patient, you can have as an answer that it represents 75% of the overall disability related to the disease. As a first symptom, we can speak about Raynaud's phenomenon. It's a first symptom reported by patients, and it's also in a chronological way the first symptom in early systemic sclerosis. So here you can see photographs of Raynaud's phenomenon. Often it's patients who bring photographs with them, because in the out-visit patient you almost can't see this kind of manifestations. So you have to believe your patient or to see photographs. And with the Raynaud's phenomenon, you have pain, discomfort in daily life, and compromised outdoor activities. So it's really annoying for patients, and we have very few solutions. It's mainly therapeutic education. You have to speak with your patients, and you have to convince them to stop smoking, to stop taking toxics or drugs that can bring Raynaud's phenomenon. You have also to insist on wearing gloves, several layers of gloves, and to avoid the cold in every way. So it's not very easy for patients. You have also, aside from Raynaud phenomenon, you have also sclerodactyly, puffy fingers, and that can be really annoying for patients because they claim about trouble to close their hands, squeezing objects, and it's very difficult for them to grasp finely the things. So really, they are like if they were wearing gloves every time. So it's not very practiced in the daily life. You can also have digital ulcers and chronic ischemia, and often you have Raynaud phenomenon and puffy fingers or sclerodactyly and digital ulcers. So it's not all, it's and. So it's very difficult for patients. And with digital ulcers, you are a level above for pain and disability, loss of function, and even poor finger prognosis. So it's very, very, very annoying condition. In a more rheumatologic aspect, you have the involvement of joints and rub disorders, and you have this very particular retraction or shrink of the fingers, and it's a very debilitating condition. Patients in the daily life are like this and cannot finally have a normal life. You can find also a very, very difficult condition with calcinosis. So in the clinician can see a calcinosis, but when you look at the radiography, you are very impressed by the large involvement of this calcinosis. it's a problem because you can have pain, you can have debilitating condition, and you can also have calcinosis that goes out of the fingers, of the skin, with the consequences as ulcers and chronic ulcers. It's very, very painful. So to sum up, you have a lot of damages in systemic sclerosis hand: skin, subcutaneous tissues, joints, periarticular injuries, bone damages, rub, muscle, vascular, peripheral nervous system. In a word, it's very, very, very pluridisciplinarity within a unique organ. And what is really highlights here is that it's important to assess the function of this organ. So here we are very organized in a systemic way with different specialties, and in the rheumatology department we focused our attention on the hand of a systemic sclerosis patient, as you can understand with what I just presented. So we set up a multidisciplinary day hospital for systemic sclerosis hand with several objectives: educational, therapeutic, preventive, and re-educational. With whom? With occupational therapist, with physiotherapist, with a wound and healing nurse, with functional re-educator, with hand surgeon, obviously with rheumatologists, and if necessary with radiography and ultrasound eventually. In practice, here is the full program. So the patient is just talked about the day hospital for systemic sclerosis hand, and if he wants to join, he has this flyer, and he can send an email to say he is motivated, and then he received an invitation and the questionnaires just to evaluate the pain, the disabilities, etc. And then the proper day hospital with the visits to physiotherapist, occupational therapist, etc., etc., as I said. And then at the end, the delivery of a mini box with everything that has been made for him, especially orthotics or special creams, etc. Then the patient is followed up at least 6 months, just to see that he makes a lot of progress with a lot of motivation, because motivation is very important, because there are daily exercise. So to conclude, the hand is a very complex organ with multiple impacts. It needs a multidisciplinary care, and for which patients, actually almost every patient, even the very early systemic sclerosis, because you can prevent a lot of bad evolution, but also in very affected patients, because we have seen a lot of progress in patients with even very retracted fingers. So it's very, very encouraging for us and for patients. I thank you for your attention, and feel free to reach us to this email address. And I finally want to thank patients and all the rheumatology team and collaborators. Thank you.